Healing Grasshopper here to do your second week in June reading, the 8th to the 14th. Oh, I'm sorry you feel this way. So what's happening? So this is the Five of Pentacles, the being left out in the cold. Queen of Pentacles is coming out reversed. I don't know if this is really reversed, but next to the Five of Pentacles, it makes sense that it's reversed. Um, okay, got ourselves some cards now. This is ours, yes, like this. Oh, Queen of Pentacles reversed. It is reversed. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, and this is ours. Reversed. Boy. Wow. Okay, so you got the Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, which is a feeling of instability when it comes to material possessions. We're talking about money. Okay, there's no doubt about that. And I get this feeling. Um, but remarkably, our next card is the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is success and material wealth and abundance. It doesn't always specifically mean material wealth, but you know, we are talking about pentacles here. You've got two other pentacles before that, so it is pointing to, material abundance. Um, my eyes are going to the couple here. There's a woman here in red, and there's a man that she seems to be interacting with. Um, this may be also talking about plenty of support that you have, maybe. Because my eyes went there and I had a feeling of comfort. So let's see. Is our focus card reversed? No. Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're in a panic. Jeez. Six of Cups. Under the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So, but wait. Let's go back here to the Six of Swords. That's reversed. And it's under the Five of Pentacles, right? So we have got a feeling of being left out in the cold and um like a stopping of money flow or something like that. And then you have the feeling of nowhere to go is why this is reversed. Spirit of kind of arguing with you over here on the other side of the reading. But let's see. Well, I have I'm so focused over here that I don't realize I have the deck upside down. Um, okay. Oops. Okay. We have some like root chakra muddled thinking here, and then now we're getting to the Eight of Cups, which is more positive thinking. Like, okay, I've got to do something different. Boy, but here's the devil. Two more, please. So the devil is about, and it's very appropriate to have the devil in the same reading with the Five of Pentacles because both of them represent um, false beliefs. Page of Wands. Okay, good. So Page of Wands is about, all right, I'm jumping here. The devil to complete the what the devil's saying. The devil's not saying a lot other than, the situation is worse in your head than it really is, and that you have full power to release yourself from this. You are not left out in the cold. This is not a dire situation. Then you have the Page of Wands here at the end of your reading, under the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, which is about feeling empowered finally to do something. Virgo, it's like, and I'm forgetting I'm talking to a Virgo. Okay, so when it comes to something like finances and things are not going the way Virgo expects things to go, you guys can kind of think of it as a catastrophe when it's, you're very quick to say the sky is falling when you're like, relax, the income is just a little bit lower than last month. It's okay. But Virgo's like, oh my God, the ship is sinking. You know, I'm Capricorn, right? I'm an Earth sign, so Capricorns are very, very similar. We don't like situations like this where our money is compromised or we feel like it's compromised. So I feel you. But here's the thing, Virgo. Whatever is happening with your finances, I just had the thought of, like, let's say you have an Amazon account, like you're selling things on Amazon, and things got, like, your account got blocked, and you're like, what? Oh my God, how am I going to make anything this month? And that's your only source of income, right? And you're in a panic about it. It's that kind of thing where, yeah, there's an issue that you may have to deal with, but you can get through it because the Ten of Pentacles here is saying you have the foundation for wealth, all is well. And then the Six of Cups is talking about, like, everything that you've built and everything that you believe in, and um, gives you the feeling of accomplishment. But also, these two cards, Ten of Pentacles and Six of Cups, are also talking about your supports and that you are not alone in this, which once you really let the anxiety subside, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, everything's okay. I just have to deal with this Page of Wands is talking about. And here's the page really assessing this wand. Like, okay, what's the game plan? What am I going to do with this wand? Where am I going to point this wand to get what I want? All right. Let's look at the diagonal line from the Five of Pentacles goes to the Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands, which is a rushing forward. And it's upright. So this is, and in this context too, this is positive energy. Knight of Swords can have a warning attached to it, like You're going too fast. Take your foot off the brake a little. I mean, the accelerator a little. Um, but you don't have that warning. This is just an observation of you, um, in the near future, like, right, I got this. This is the direction I'm going, and I'm going to get it done. Very Virgo. Um, and that's the combined uh message between the two of them. Ace of Cups. Reversed? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so here's the thing. Going back to the beginning of the reading, when I pulled out the Five of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. I was like, wow, that's an interesting combination. Yes, Virgo feels like the sky is falling, but Spirit is like, no, it's not. You're rich. What's the problem? Not really what's the problem, but like, there's no problem here. Everything's okay. And I was like, they have support. But of course, the thought will go to, why doesn't Virgo go to the support? And then we have, okay, and the Six of Cups with support from someone who loves you and is willing to help you. But we have Ace of Cups reversed here. You are well aware of the support that you have, but for whatever reason, you don't want to ask for it. For one, we have Virgo and Pride here. Virgo likes to be self-sufficient. That is for sure. Um, yeah, you like to be self-sufficient. And at the same time, for whatever reason, you're not on the best terms with your supports. And this might be parents. I told you so, just came to mind. This might be a situation where your parents were like, what? You're going to leave your job to open an Amazon business? What are you talking about? Why are you going to leave your security for an Amazon business? You're going to, you know, you're going to be in debt in a year. Like they gave you the full lecture of, that's so dumb, your thought. And you're like, screw you, I'm doing this anyway. And then here you are in a pickle, and your parents are like, told you. You're trying to avoid that. Yeah, I just went to the devil. Oh, Virgo, I'm sorry. Um, we're gonna get through this. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, we have a stopping of the money flow here. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, that Amazon logo just came in my head. It doesn't need to be Amazon. It could be Etsy. It could be Redbubble, Shopify. It doesn't matter. It could be your physical business. Who knows? There's something that has halted the cash flow temporarily, but in the short term, it seems catastrophic. Yeah. Okay, why don't we finish I really want to address the Ace of Pentacles, but let's come back to it. Let's finish the conversation that Spirit's waiting to have with us. What about this one? This is next? This one's next. Queen of Cups. See? There's exactly what I'm talking about, Queen of Cups. You have a halting of your funds, but Queen of Cups is like you're protecting your heart, your dream, and even your ego. I heard ego. Um, see, you've got the Six of Pentacles other under the Ace of Pentacles, the generosity card. You have you have an emergency source of money. But we know this. We've already talked about it. What else? Oh, picking up the wrong deck. Silly grasshopper. Okay. Look at the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Listen, Virgo. You know that's this is a very obvious message here that if you don't take the help now, your livelihood is in danger. You've got a reversal of the Ten of Pentacles. You need to accept that help, Virgo. The Star reversed. The Star is reversed. The Star reversed is saying you have a bright future. Don't mess it up with trying to protect your pride. High Priestess. You need to put your intuition in play here. This the High Priestess and the Hermit card come out often for earth signs when they're in a crisis. Okay? Because earth signs can really excuse me, can really forget to can really forget to focus on their support system, which are their spirit guides. But the Ten and the Six of Pentacles are referring to help on earth, though. This isn't just your spirit guides. Yeah, yeah. Spirit is making that distinction here. It's not just you can't just go to your spirit guides for this and be like, "Oh, help me, please, and help me fix this on my own." I don't see any way around this, Virgo. I think part of the reason why you entered this video was to see if you can find a way. And the answer seems to be no. I think you really need to go to your earthly support system there, which is probably your family. Um, can we address the Ace of Pentacles reverse, please? What's going? Knight of Cups ours? Anything under the Knight of Cups? No. Is this card ours? Okay. So yeah, that could make sense here. We've got the Seven of Cups here, which is about it can mean for you, Virgo, a lack of focus, which onlookers can be like, wow, that's unusual for Virgo. They're very focused. Yes, but Virgos can be very, you could be biting off more than you can chew, is what Spirit is saying here. Like you're trying to do too much too quickly, which might be the problem here. You need to slow down, prioritize things. You're going to need to put some things on the back burner. I just saw like a cloudy sky, like right before a thunderstorm, and a not so nice feeling. That's you guys. You guys are not happy with what I'm saying, but you know that it's true, Virgo. Um, okay. That was a little mini meditation there. I just drew into myself there to see if I can find some other solution. I don't feel like there is, Virgo. Look, let's, and the other thing is, Spirit just pointed out to me that this is also a message for me that is for you. It is for you. Actually, everything that I said about the seven of cups is true, but it's there's also a message for me in here. Like I need to focus on what's important because here I'm grasping at straws for you, right? Like I'm going for the what ifs, what ifs, what ifs, and trying to position you away from having to approach your family that I know that you don't want to do. I'm trying, Virgo, but I don't see any other solution. And I think that you know this deep down inside. There might be a way that yeah. I was starting to say I'm in the trenches here with you, Virgo. I'm really trying to help you here. I started to say maybe there's some information you can withhold from them and kind of spin it in a different way that it doesn't let them see the full, like, quote, failure that your family has been warning you about. But as soon as I started going into that train of thought, I heard honesty is the best policy. Yeah, I don't see any way around it. Okay, so Virgo, look, right? You, we have more tarot? Yeah, I felt like we did. So maybe also before you approach them, you kind of have to prepare for this because you're going to need to change your mindset first. That's the solution. Okay, yeah, I just got it. So look, if you go to them now, the way you're feeling now, because you feel like, oh, I failed, everything's bad, the sky is falling, and you go to your family with your tail between your legs, they're really going to be like, oh, see, I told you, right? But before you approach them, you need to get into the high priestess role here. You need to have a little powwow with your spirit guides and ask them to help you with the best approach. And they're going to help you. They're going to help you change your perspective on this so that when you do approach them, this is kind of a compromise between the lying, like I was saying before, and the telling the truth. There's neither, it's your mindset that you need to change so that you can present it the way you can have control over the way you present this to them. So that, yes, you've had a setback, sure, and it happens. Look, another thing, Virgo, there's no shame in this. Okay? I know you're beating yourself up over this, Virgo. Virgo does not deal with failure well. Like, that is not an option for you guys. I get it. But it's part of life. Everyone goes through this. It, it doesn't at all say anything about your self worth at all. You are still Virgo. You are still a baller. You just had a setback. No one goes through life perfectly. Life happens. Okay? So, we are going to use our Virgo in power in a different way. And that is because you are the masters of control. And what do you have control over here? The narrative. And it does not have to be, again, does not have to be a lie. You can go to your parents and say, I don't know if you have to tell them that you got fans. You do. Yeah, my pendulum is like, yes, he does. Or they do. Male and female I'm talking to here. Um, although for some reason I'm feeling male energy. So, although I'm sure there are females listening as well. Anywho, I'm not exactly sure what it is you're going to tell them, Virgo, because each of you have your individual pickles that you're in that are specific to your business. But you know what, Virgo? You're going to find a way to approach them with, listen, it's no big deal. This happened, and you'll be telling them the truth. It isn't a big deal. It happens. No big deal. A, B, and C happened, and I just need a little help with it. Could you help me? That's all. You don't have to be like, oh, I got blocked. Everything's terrible. Blah blah blah. You can say, listen, this is par for the course. People get blocked on Amazon all the time. I'm just going to need money for the lawyer to unstick me. Um, and then you can show them your profits if you want, maybe. Show them the reports. Look, I'm doing well. I am solvent. I just hit a speed bump. I just need a little bit of help. I will pay you back. Here's the timeline that I'll pay you back after I'm unstuck. Right? That's all. Just go in there and show them the business instead of, you don't have to go for them for emotional support if you don't want to. You could just approach them like a business person, an entrepreneur, like you're walking into a bank. I think that might be what makes you feel the best instead of going for a shoulder to cry on. Yeah, yeah. Virgo's not having that. Okay, Virgo? But let's just quickly address that though. That, you know, if you are under a lot of stress and anxiety though, having emotional support from your family is always very, very helpful. So you do whatever's comfortable for you, but just remember that, you know, maybe you shouldn't try and deal with all the stress alone. Maybe you can speak to the parents, after you speak to both your parents and have The business talk, maybe you can speak to the parent that's, more of the nurturer. For a lot of people, that is your mother, but for some people, it's your dad. Whoever the nurturer is, you can speak to them on their own, and you know, be like, I'm stressed out. It's up to you, Virgo. Do we have advice cards? No. Yeah, I think we got to the root of the matter. Okay, Virgo, I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the comments section. Please share whatever you're comfortable sharing. Um, and if you're not, a like is enough to let me know that it resonates. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. So every single subscriber means the world to me. It's a very quick and free gesture that means the world to me. So I thank you in advance. Okay, I will speak to you soon, Virgo. Love, light, and many blessings.